Welcome everyone to Yin Yoga. My name is Tammy and I'll be guiding you through the next hour. Our focus is on restore and recharge. Thinking about ourselves as we move through our class and thinking about what you need for the week as we move forward, thinking about something for yourself, a time to reflect on how we're feeling, to gain that mind-body awareness. Beginning our class on the side of our body and then rolling over to our back. Turning your head so that it's toward the front of your mat. This is the front of my mat. So I'm just going to roll over to my side, then roll over to my back. Bending through your knees here first. Letting your back soften in towards the ground. I have a nice warm shirt. Couple layers that I have on. As we move through our yin class, feeling that support, the warmth around you. So creating that warmth too by the clothes that you do wear, with the temperature in your place that you reside. Close your eyes. Notice your breath. Doing a head to toe check. I'm placing my hands just onto my belly, my pelvis. You may place one hand onto your chest and then one onto your belly to feel the rise and fall. Your mind may still be quite busy from the day. So noticing again how your mind is, how you feel. That's your emotions, your physical body. Coming to your breath. Inhaling and opening up in through your chest, in through your belly. And exhaling, letting go, letting yourself soften in towards the ground. Slowly, we take our knees in towards the chest. And take your hands around your legs into the knee pits. You can hold on with your hands and then draw the knees in towards the chest. And again, our focus is on restoring and recharging. Yin is a wonderful way to help restore yourself. And recharge for the rest of the week. Your back softens a little bit more in towards the ground. And I encourage you to use your breath, hearing your breath, hearing that exhale breath and letting go. We take our right foot down, left foot down towards the ground. Take your feet wider than the hips. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then hold your knees over to the left side. You'll feel a nice stretch through your quadriceps, so through the upper part of our right, front of the right leg. You may hold onto the right ankle with your right hand. Close your eyes again. If you need to adjust at any point, please do so. You might need to shift that leg, the left leg, tuck it in a little bit more, take pressure off of the hip. And slowly coming out, a little twist here, take your feet back down towards the ground. And then tip your legs over so you can have your ankles, knees, hips in line with each other, and then tip your legs over to the right side. You can hold on to the left ankle, left hand holding on. And again, adjust your body however you need. So you may need to tuck in the right foot a little bit more. So you feel the release in the front of the left thigh. Use your breath. Slowly come out of the twist Take both of the feet down towards the ground, knees up towards the sky, and then take the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then take your right foot, left foot down, roll over to your right side to fetal, and then make your way back up. Turning towards the front of your mat and to butterfly. So we'll use supports here, having your pillows underneath of your knees. You can use your blocks too. So underneath each knee, have your supports. You do a little rock side to side. And a nice inhale breath. Exhale breath, fold forward. We let our head hang. Close your eyes. Our supports, our cushions are firm enough underneath the knees so that you feel that support. You may need to double up your cushions. Let yourself hang. Exhale breath being longer than the inhale breath. To help increase the release, the letting go. When we hold these poses for longer periods of time, you're able to sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Start to feel that release. "45 more seconds." We hold. The last 15 seconds, we gently come out of butterfly. Nice and slow, making our way up. And release. From here, let's make our way to swan. And we have our props right here, just on the sides. We're going to use them. So stay with those props. Come to all fours. We'll place one of the pillows, and so the pillow that's on the right side, we'll place underneath the right hip when we come into swan. So first, make your way to all fours. Little shift through our body. And then step forward with right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. And then draw the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Bend through the knee. Turn your right knee out to the right wrist. Place your pillow, support could be a block too, underneath of the right hip. My little blocks here. You may add the fold forward. Let the forehead rest. So letting the forehead rest, it may be on a cushion, it could be on your hands. Sometimes it's nice to stack the fists. Could be in the palms of your hands too, or of course on the ground, on your mat, letting the forehead rest. If this is not accessible for you because it could be a little twinge through the knee, you may lie on your back and then come into figure four with your ankle crossing over your left knee. So if you find that this is okay, please come into swan, sleeping swan, and let the forehead rest. And I'll show you figure four if you would like that option. Finding stillness. Forty-five more seconds. Okay, everyone, making your way out of sleeping swan. You may come to all fours or downward facing dog. And then everyone come to all fours. Okay, this is where we're just going to set ourselves up with our props again. So I'm going to place my left, my cushion on the left side here, close to my left hip. Then come to all fours. Step forward with right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, draw the left leg straight up to the sky, bend to the knee, and then turn the left knee out to the left wrist. Place your cushion, your block underneath the left hip. Find that support again. You may come, of course, onto the back too for figure 4, crossing your left ankle over the right knee, and then sleeping swan, folding forward and letting the forehead rest, maybe on your hands or your mat. If you're using a cushion, making sure that that cushion is firm enough to help give you that support underneath the left hip. "45 more seconds." Okay, slowly making our way out of swan. Come back to all fours into child's pose first. And coming all the way up. For dragonfly, dragonfly is nice to have support here when you do fold forward. So we'll sit in a V sit. I'll use my rectangular bolster. And so using a cushion for support, I'm going to take my legs into a V sit. Take my cushion right into my inner thighs here, into my groin. Now, if you don't have a cushion, it's not a problem. You can fold forward and let yourself hang too. So nice inhale breath. Exhale breath, up and over folding, up and over, and let yourself just be supported here if you do use your pillow, or let yourself hang. And then turn your cheek and let it rest on your pillow, your bolster, if you do have that support, or letting your head hang. When we're about halfway through the class, halfway through this pose, then I'll let you know, and then you can turn your cheek to the other side. Here's a nice opportunity for you to check in with your heart rate. Checking in with your heart rate is a good indicator for how you're feeling. Noticing as we move through our class, if your heart rate starts to slow down. Feel that relaxation, that calm. Using our breath to help slow our heart rate down. Always remembering that you are in charge of how you're feeling. We're about halfway through the pose. So if you are letting your cheek rest on your pillow, you can turn your head to the other side and let your other cheek rest. Forty-five more seconds. Slowly coming out of dragonfly, turning your head and then making your way back up. Okay. Bending through the knees, you can take your legs in towards the center, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Shoelace is our next pose. And then I'm going to bring back my pillows here, and then one on each side. Shoelace, a couple different versions. So first version is shoelace. We'll have our right leg coming up and over top of the left leg. You want to have your knees stacked on top of each other. You may hold onto your ankles and then add the fold forward. Okay, another version would be having the left leg straight out in front. You can cross your right leg over top, and then you can have your knees in line with each other, or just a little bit further, you can have your ankle crossing over the left leg, and then having your support, your cushion underneath of the right knee. So finding what's going to work for you. You can use your pillows for that support too. You can place it underneath of the left knee, or the right knee, I should say, if your knees are on top of each other. So a little bit of support here. Just move it away so you can see me. And then adding the fold forward. Let your head hang. If you don't add the fold forward, you don't have to. You can remain upright and a little tip of the chin towards the chest. That works really nicely too. For this pose, we're stretching into our hips. Thirty more seconds. Okay, last 15 seconds. Coming out of shoelace. And so I'm crossing the legs. You may do a windshield wiper with your legs first. And then make your way into the other side. Remember, use your props, your supports whenever you need to. So this time your right leg is going to go underneath, left leg goes over top. The goal is to have your knees on top of each other lined up. Okay, if you are having your right leg straight, then you can cross your left leg over top. You can have your pillow underneath the left knee for that support. You can add the fold forward here too, or you're sitting up and just letting yourself be. So finding what's going to work for you. Again, stretching in through our hips here. You're going to feel it, the stretch into the left side of the hip a little bit more, but that depends on, and of course your body, and how you're feeling. So you may add again that fold forward, or you're sitting upright and then drawing your chin into the chest just a little bit. Close your eyes. Using your breath to help you to soften into this pose. We are here for 30 more seconds. Okay, coming out of shoelace. You may add that windshield wiper, knee side to side. And then come to all fours. You do a little shift through your hips here. So wag through your tail and into dragon. So come first into downward facing dog. Step forward with right hand, left hand into downward facing dog.
three-legged dog, draw the right leg up towards the sky, bend to the knee and step onto the outside of the right wrist. Take the right knee down towards the ground, or you can have your left leg straight. That's your choice there. So holding dragon. If you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch into the outside of the right hip, you can come down to the forearms too. So taking pressure off the wrist, this is a nice way to do it. But if your hands are onto the mat, you can grip your mat with your finger pads to help take pressure off too of the wrist. Let the head hang. How wonderful to know that our practice of yoga is such a great way so that we can feel happy, we can heal ourselves, to feel restored. Again, letting your head hang, letting yourself let go. Inhale breath, breathing into all those tight areas. Exhale breath, releasing, helping you to let go again. Forty-five more seconds. Okay, the last 15 seconds coming out of dragon. You may come to all fours and then child's pose or back into downward facing dog. And then everyone, you may come into downward facing dog. And three-legged dog, lift the left leg straight up towards the sky. Bend to the right, the left knee, and then step onto the outside of the left wrist. Take the right knee down, or that leg is up. Okay. Now here you may remain. Just finger pads lightly gripping your mat just to take that pressure off, and you may let the head hang or come down to the forearms. for a deeper stretch into the left side of the hip, into the outside of the hip. Finding what's going to work for you. If you need a little bit of cushion for your knee, double up your mat or use a knee block, creating a little bit more support. This is definitely a bigger stretch into the hip. So really use your breath as we remain in this stretch for a little bit longer. You do start to feel that release. Breathe through this pose. It will really, really help. I believe I did say this before, that this was one of the most difficult poses for me, but now it's one of my favorites. So I've come a far ways. 'More than halfway through our pose. Forty-five more seconds. Slowly coming out of dragon. You may come to all fours. You may come into downward facing dog and then into all fours. And then roll over to the side of the body and make your way down towards the ground. Okay, banana asana. So coming down towards the side of the body and then coming over to your back, making the shape of a banana. Take your legs long onto your mat, off the ground, and then walk your legs over to the right side, or to the left side, sorry. And then walk your upper body over to the left side. Notice if your right hip is really lifting up off the ground. Just adjust so that your hip is down, and then take the arms overhead. You may hold on to the hands, your elbows. If this is not the most comfortable for your shoulders, your arms can be by the sides of the body. Okay, crossing the right ankle over the left ankle. So here we're stretching into the all along the right side of our body. Close your eyes. Use your breath to help you to soften. So the exhale breath is going to help you to soften. Inhale breath, breathing in to any of those tight areas, could be into the rib cage. Then exhale breath, letting yourself release. Such a lovely pose to do after dragon. We can just let our body soften in towards the ground. Forty-five more seconds. Coming out, banana asana on this side and crossing your ankles, releasing your arms, taking your upper body back towards the center, lower body back towards the center, and walking our legs over to the right corner of your mat. Walking your upper body over to the left corner, right corner, sorry, of your mat. Okay, arms above the head. That's your choice again. Hold on to the hands or hold on to the elbows. Seeing if you can let the shoulders soften towards the ground. Crossing your ankle, left ankle over top the right ankle. Making a banana shape here. Close your eyes. Inhale, open up all into the left side of our body. Exhale, let that left side release. Again, you're opening up into the rib cage, and this is a really good opportunity also to see if you can open up into the rib cage a little bit more using your breath. So nice big inhale breath, exhale breath, let yourself release. 30 more seconds, we remain still, and then 15 seconds, we make our way out. In the last 15 seconds, we gently come out of Banana Asana on the other side here. So I'm crossing your ankles, releasing the arms, upper body coming back to the center, lower body coming back towards the center, and then bending your knees, taking the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Coming into our final pose, Shavasana. Shavasana may be like what we started in the pose that we started at the beginning, with our feet down towards the ground and placing one hand on your chest and one onto your tummy. You can also turn your palms up to the sky. You can extend your legs so that your right foot is coming to the right corner of your mat, the left foot to the left corner of your mat. And I encourage you to have something warm to place over top of your body. You may also do the legs up the wall, or you can come into a comfortable seated position, setting yourself up. Where you'd like to be right now for yourself. And then finding stillness. Close your eyes. Your breath softens. Your facial muscles relax. Your lips part. Your shoulders soften. You may squeeze your glutes and then let them release in towards the ground. And let yourself go. I will call you back when it is time.
Slowly coming back to me. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Noticing the surface you're lying on. You may do a little shift through the body. Notice your breath. If you're lying on the floor, you may bend through the knees. You take the right arm overhead and roll over to your right side to fetal. Take a moment and then make your way up to a comfortable seated position. You may place your hands to your heart center. And so thankful to have shared my practice with you, being together, feeling this connection, feeling restored, coming back to ourselves so that we will be able to feel that energy, that recharge for the rest of the week. Namaste.
Thank you, Tammy.